Hello, I wanted to make a quick video on some of the things that you had questions about. One was the Blackboard grading and the grade book and had to add, how to add assignments, and the other one dealt with the required training from all employees. So I'm going to start out with my website and going to kilgore.edu, no, sorry, kilgoreblackboard.com. And then when I get there, I'm going to scroll down underneath sign in with third party account, and I'm going to go to the student 0365 account. When that comes up, you'll see this is the authenticator portion of it. So click on ltruman@kilgore.edu, and then I'm going to type in my password. Whoops. And then I will get a pop-up screen that goes to my phone and it tells me to approve a certain sign in. So I'm going to click that number 64. I'm going to put it in there on my phone, and now I'm at Blackboard. First off, I'm going to show you where the required training is. Up here where it says terms, you may already have your term opened up like this that you see your class that you're teaching or your classes. If you go over here to terms and just put current courses, you may have to scroll down a little ways. I know I will. And then down here towards the bottom, it will say Spring 2025 Required Employee Training. That's the course that you need to click on that you are enrolled in. And you can click here where it says Required Training Modules, and then it opens up the several, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 modules that you have to complete. Each of them is a folder. When you open that folder up, you will usually just see maybe a video to watch or PowerPoint, and you always have to click Start Attempt. And so when I open this up, here is the PowerPoint that I need to open up, and I can download it here, or I can just click that downward arrow and get the PDF version of it. It's there, and then there are questions that will follow it. This one mainly will probably just say, did you read over it? Yes, it just acknowledge my receiving it. You can do a couple of things here. You can read through them, and I know it gets a little time consuming. What I usually do is I go over here and I download it. And then that way, when it's downloaded, I can open it up, and then I can have that open as I can open that up. And then when I go to take the test, I can use that PowerPoint to complete my quiz. So I've got my PowerPoint open, and then I've got the quiz open. Most of the time, you can just kind of skim through and read through the PowerPoints and be able to remember the questions. They're not difficult. They also give you unlimited attempts. So if you once you take the quiz, if you don't do well on it, you can retake it, and it doesn't matter how many attempts that you have. Like you can see that it's unlimited. So they're not trying to test you on the first time and where you've memorized everything. It's basically, knowledge about FERPA, Title IX. A lot of times it's on things, sexual harassment and things like that. So just wanted to show you where that is. And so that's in courses. And then up here at the top, make sure you go to current courses, and that's where you will see it. In your class, I wanted to show you gradebook as well. So I'm going to open up your class, and there's a couple of ways that you can work with your gradebook to add assignments. Click on gradebook. If it opens up this way, you can do it here. If you see where my mouse is, and I'm going to scroll to the right of the second Grammar Bootcamp practice test, and you see this little purple dot shows up that has a plus sign. If you click on that and click Add Item, this is where you can put your information. So let's say they were going to do a reflection over that Peanuts article that I read in your class. You can make it visible to your students. You can have a due date, or you can actually highlight it and click the backspace button, and then there is no due date for it. And then you want to scroll down here, depending on your category. If you have daily grades or test grades, you can put that there. You can even write a description if you want, and then click Save, and it'll show up here. If you realize you don't need it, all you have to do is click on it, scroll down to delete, and it's gone. In the gradable items view, you can also add your assignments here. It's the same thing. You just kind of scroll down, and when you see the little plus sign, you can click on it and you can add item. Now, I noticed that you don't have an overall grade yet, so that's where you would have to add a total calculation or add a calculation. Um, and so I think it's total calculation. Let's see. Yeah, and if you wanted to weight your categories, that's when you'd click on weighted and you can change your categories. Right now, it's all set, just kind of all of these different categories. And on Friday, if you want, I can show you. You can play around and you basically just you can delete certain categories or move things into these categories. Right now, your two assignments are in the quiz grade. Your test grade is the grammar boot camp post test, since that's how I have it in my grade book. But in a nutshell, that's where you go to add assignments is you click this plus button and you can add your assignments there. Um, you can play around with this, but I will also on Friday show you how to do the overall grade. That way, if you want to keep a running average for your students to see, you can do that there. Hope this helps. I will see you Friday.